ministers, intercessors, is simply because of the lack of that one thing that looks like Christ in them. We can do everything, but with character, it has to be first.
Oh, yes.
Before men even pray, they have to have known the ways of God. Today, we are here by the grace of God, standing because it's grace. There were men who could not contain the presence of God. They never made it. But because of the mercy of God, we are here today.
Oh, yes.
Standing. Before we rise and God says, come on, son. Come on. You can do it. But there are others who never got that opportunity. So when you are in that dispensation, under that kind of grace, grace is never a license for people to sin. Grace is empowerment for people to stop sinning.
Oh, yes.
Purity of the church is what God seeks after. We can all pray and speak in tongues. That never shakes me. I'm shaken by a man who is able to know God.
Oh, yes.
Intercessors who know God.
Oh, yes.
Not those who just pray, but those who know God.
Oh, yes.
Every time we're in our secret places, praying in our closets, we meet him in different ways.
Oh, yes.
And the way in which you meet God actually determines your lifestyle. We say we want to pray for nations. We want to fix nations. How fixed are we?
Oh, yes.
I want you to pray. It does not matter. I always say this. Wherever I go, wherever I minister, it is the presence of God. The presence. The presence. The presence.
Oh, yes.
That we need. Intercessors, time has come. Let's not just make it about prayer. When we stand to pray for nations, we need to stand knowing that we are in right standing with God.
Oh, yes.
The Bible says that the prayer of a righteous man is of much effect. There's something that the Bible tells you that it won't tell you, but it's saying it. That the prayer of a righteous man, it availeth much. So it means that the prayer of one who is not righteous, it does not avail much.
Oh, yes.
By telling you one thing, the Bible tells you another. This is a moment where we cry unto God that we want to see you. If Moses saw you, if Elijah saw you, if the apostles saw you, we also need to see you.
Oh, yes.
I cry. I cry.
Oh, yes.
We've spent too much time looking at ourselves that we even forget about Him. What's the use of all these when we forget God? Sometimes when God begins to even open a door somewhere here and there, we no longer have the same fire to come on the altar and be praying for others. It looks as if we become distracted by the things that God begins to give us. I don't depend on anything. I trust in the God of Major One.
Oh, yes.
He is my life and my life alone.
Oh, yes.
I don't have a business to run to when things are hard. Not even a job to run to. He is my hiding place.
Oh, yes.
That should be the attitude that we have. We need that attitude.